Yo, what up, man?
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Shut up, bro. It's the Millennials versus the World podcast, man. It's your boy K. Mims, DJ J Dub, DMV. Oh, the only spot you get authenticity and entertainment at the same time. DMV family. Make sure you pull up on me. May 21st, live panel event. Need y'all to show major love. Tickets are already on Eventbrite. Run them up. 25 seats only for the live panel. So me and Jay was talking really all day today, but he said that he agrees with ASAP Rocky cheating on Rihanna. Can you expound on that?
Why would you? Because I feel like, and I know you're gonna clip this. He should have.
No, I want you to say what you really said though.
About what?
It don't matter if she's a celebrity. We still humans.
I said we still human. So I don't. First of all, I don't know if that's real or not. But I say if that did happen, we all say the because we put them on a pedestal like, yo, not Rihanna though. You know what I'm saying? Because we up there mentally. We like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no way you gonna cheat on that thing, you know what I'm saying? But as a human, like
finish explaining how you said it wasn't dumb that he cheated on her.
No, I ain't never say no shit. So you got me cussing on. I ain't never said
you
no
did
stuff
say
like
that. You did say that.
Yeah, no. What we not gonna do? I thought this was the only place you get authenticity with your lying ass. This is what you're doing. You're lying.
Go ahead,
You're
bro.
lying.
Go ahead, bro.
You're lying, okay? Let's be authentic tonight, okay?
I don't want no static, bro.
Yeah, me either, bro.
Say what you were saying about people being humans for real, though. How the salary, how her use like her status and all that didn't matter.
Yeah, because they still human. Because to us, the way we look at that, like that's Rihanna. To him, he also looks at it like that's Rihanna, but he also looks like this is just a girl that I'm with. And that's why people look at all these celebrities. They're like, dang, Moneybag cheated on Ari. What in the world? She got this. But when you have a certain level of people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis, they just become another human to you. To us, it's not starstruck. I can say for some people it's starstruck. But to me, in general, I don't care if they're the most famous person in the world, just a regular person. Like, they're all still human, and you should treat them as such. Like, you should treat them in a good manner, and he should know not to go do no mess like that, if that's true. Again, I don't know if that's true.
I just think sometimes in life, and we can get off this because I don't think it's true, but I'm going to say sometimes in life, bro, you got to know when you've won. If he was to do it, they said it's not true, but you got to know.
Like Jay-Z.
But I told you, like, we ain't going to stand this too long. But I told you about the Jay-Z thing, bro. Jay-Z, I'm not saying either one of them should have done it. ASAP Rocky, allegedly, we're not saying he did. But with Jay-Z, it's kind of like Jay-Z and Beyonce kind of was on the same level. So I would understand it more. No disrespect to ASAP Rocky, but I don't know if he was on the same level as Rihanna.
Yeah.
She's a billionaire.
I don't. That's why I was like, yeah, I'm sure he's not. But at the same time, they like what they like, bro. But we can't really expound on that because we don't know if it's true.
It's not true. I don't think it's true. But anyway, man, so tonight's episode, we're going to ride into being a black man, bro. Being a black man in different spaces, in friendships, in the professional world, business world, all the worlds above. So starting off, bro, what do you think? What's your opinion on code switching? Let's start there. What's your opinion on code switching?
On code switching?
Like having to be the J you got to be when you chilling with your bros, the J you got to be when you in a professional setting, the J you got to be when you want to.
Okay.
Like, what's your opinion about code switching?
How what?
Like, how you feel about it? Like, about as a black man having a code switch all the time. You got to do it. I don't
necessarily. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. You got to do it regardless. And number that's number one. Number two, I don't necessarily call it code switching. I just call it like you're adapting. Like, you have to adapt to your environment and the room you're in, no matter who you are, no matter what color you are. Is it more? Do we have to do it more as a black man? Absolutely. You don't really get that other option. But I think, to me, it shows that versatility, and it shows that high skill set that you do have if you're able to do it. Because, like, me and you having a regular conversation, if we texting, it's not going to be perfect grammar and all that stuff. But when you go in a professional setting, you also got to go in that setting expecting that same professionalism in return. So if I'm going there, yo, what up, bro? What's happening? You did it. Are they really going to take me as serious? And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. It's about how it looks. If I'm going to get a DJ, if I'm going to DJ a wedding for the president, right? Shout out to the president, because it's going to happen one day. I don't know which president. But if I'm DJing an inauguration ball, right? Understand when I go in there, the level of professionalism that I have to have and the type of playlists and different things, I have to adapt to that setting. I can't go in there thinking no matter what I already have, like, oh, no, it is what it is because I'm me.
What if they ask you to cut your beard and your dreads just to spin there?
I'm up out of there.
Why?
That's not me adapting to that. That's me adapting to a look that you want me to have. I'm not adapting to a look because my look is my look. That is my originality. That is my originality.
So you saying you'll switch everything as long as they ain't making you force nothing? I lost you, bro. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you see me?
Oh, yeah. I said, so as long as they don't make you do anything that you feel like is changing you with it.
Well, it depends because in that scenario, you're talking about DJ, and that's a one-time gig.
But you said if you go to the president bar,
right.
they like, nah, bro, you got to cut your hair. You got to cut your hair. And
right, but I'm trying to get you a different scenario. Yeah, no, I can tighten my dreads up and have them braided up, have my hair shaved, on the sides. But no, as far as all of that, I'm not gonna do that. What I'm saying to you is this: it's been scenarios to where I've had to do that, and I'm gonna tell you why. The scenario is like if I'm working in nuclear and I had to do a fit test for a respirator, which is life or death. You can't have facial hair.
I don't think that's code switching though, because nobody can have
That's what I'm saying. So in that situation, I don't mind doing it. In the other situation, I'm adapting. You're trying to take away something that I don't necessarily have to do. It's not life or death if I come in there with a beard and my dreads DJing. In that situation, it was life or death. Because if your respirator don't fit, you're going to inhale all those toxins and then, possibly,
So, all right. So, do you think so I'm going to say this, bro. I think code switching it's weird because you do the things you got, not you, but anybody. You do the things you got to do because you got to get to where you want to go, right? But once you do it, it's actually like you can apply yourself in bits once you realize, like, hey, oh, they're kind of cool. I can do this. You may not do what you usually do all the way to the level in which you do it at home, but you learn what parts of yourself you can bring to work. You know what I'm saying? So I think
that's very true. That's very true, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But so I think the thing I got a problem with code switching is because the way we were taught was like, it's the only way to survive. The way we were taught is like the only way to survive is to code switch. I don't like that. I don't care for that. So
yeah, because that's okay. So if you don't care for that, right? What's your definition on? I don't know if this is one of your questions, but I just had to throw this out. What's your take on talking proper or talking white?
There's no such thing as talking white. That's like they go back to like the dumb stuff we were taught as like
that, but that's what I'm saying though. People think that code switching or you adapting to an environment is, oh, you're being fake. Oh, somebody's putting a fake voice on when they're on the phone, like that's their professional voice. What is wrong with that?
Because we've been trained to think that professional means white. Like we've been trained to think like if you made it out to what you do right now, I've made it to the level I've made it at, right? See, this is another conversation for another day because there's another issue, Jay. Like we wouldn't be considered, and this I might put this out this week. I don't know. We don't how we be doing. I think it's crazy that in our world right now, social media is taking over so much. We're not considered successful Black men with what we do right now. And I think that's crazy. And I think that's crazy, bro. I think the fact that because we don't have X amount of followers, we make really good money, we're doing well for ourselves, we take care of our families. It's cool to say on the microphone, or it's cool to say if somebody asks you out loud, you feel me? But we're not considered. There's way more of us, middle class, whatever social economic status you have, that are successful than there are celebrities. But everybody thinks celebrity status is success. So it's crazy to me that I'm starting to realize that, like, to the world, we're not considered successful. It's like you don't,
especially at our age, like because you're not 30 with a Rolls Royce.
But peep this though, Jay. But peep this though. This is my issue though. We give so much power to. I'm not gonna say we got more cash flow than celebrities. I'm not even really comparing celebrities, but it goes back to like, it bothers me that the culture that we try to create amongst our, our circle, what we do, I think it bothers me that, like, in the grand scheme of things, everybody, a woman, and men and women alike, should be getting props on doing what they're doing right now. There are a lot, even when we do the panels with a whole bunch of people, bro, all these people are hella successful. Like, but they don't get the shine that they deserve because we don't believe those positions are success. We don't think that if you're not an entrepreneur, you're not successarul. Working the 9 to 5, you're not successful, huh?
Working a 9 to 5 is considered not successful to some people.
But
did you not exactly the people or the social, the people or everybody right now? Because with social media involved, it doesn't matter the age group. Because I've watched certain clips, because I know you watch different podcasts, different things too. I've watched certain clips to where the guy asked a young lady, she was 27, right? And he asked her, he said, would you date a guy that works a 9 to 5? She was like, no, I prefer entrepreneurs because we can go and move as we please. You know, they making money, they hustling, all the lingo that they believe that goes with being an entrepreneur, right? So he said, would you date a master plumber? And she was like, no, I would never do that. And he was like, well, he makes about, let's say, $85,000 a year, right? She was like, yeah, but he's still working 9 to 5, and that's not enough. If we stop the clip right there, if we stop it right there, a 27-year-old woman is saying that a guy that's making $85,000 a year, right? But because he works a 9 to 5, he's not deemed successful. That's where the disconnect is right there.
But we allow that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I agree with everything you're saying, but I'm gonna take it a step deeper, right? I think that with what you're saying is 110% facts. You know, people have perception and they can love what they love. People can like what they like, want what they want. I don't get into that, right? And I'm not saying that, oh, look at us, we the new. Nah, what I'm saying is we got to take it. Like, so let's go to the entrepreneurship thing, right?
Okay.
I was rapping with my wife the other day and I realized, like, I don't know if it's my life changing, my family expanding, but I don't know if I care to replace my career or my job by doing, let's say, photography, and I get paid the same amount, right? I think I see value in photography being another source of income. I don't know if I would, like, say if I did photography full-time-ish and was still a college professor. Like, I don't see the point of eliminating a source and replacing it. Yeah, I'm doing something I love, but I low-key love what I do career-wise. It got its up and down.
Okay.
But like, I love photography. Yeah, I love media. Yeah. But like, why would I completely eliminate this skill set where this company, district or whatever is paying me? Why would I eliminate this income and try to replace it when I could just have both? I don't get why we want to just. Does that make sense what I'm saying, or am I tripping?
No, it does make sense. But the way that society is now, that if you did do that, it's like, oh, he's choosing what he wants to do. He gets to wake up and I'm like, I don't know what entrepreneurs people hang around, but all this, you get to wake up when you feel like it and go to work when you feel like it and making money in your sleep. That comes with blood, sweat, tears, and equity over years of time.
Oh, factual. Factual.
People skip that part.
Yeah.
It's like people think, I'm gonna start a business tomorrow. Oh yeah, I get to work for myself, right? Yeah, that's cool. But then you realize all the inventory that you got to buy. Now you backlogged and all that money is tied up. How you sleeping now when your bills is coming and you got $100,000 worth of merchandise, but you're not selling anything?
Boy, hey, that's a fact.
About those times.
You said what?
Nobody's talking about that stuff. So it's like you just going off the glitz and glamour and understand, like, oh, a guy working a 9 to 5, like you said, and then adding the extra residual income in from that hobby. Oh, that's what a game changer is.
So what's your thoughts on the depiction of Black dudes in the media, on social media? I'll start it off and I'll let you kind of jump in where you see fit.
Okay.
I don't like, bro. And this ain't no knock. Let me say this in a minute, whatever. I don't know what minute it is. This is no knock towards any other ethnicity. No, it's not a knock towards women, anybody. We just speaking our perspective from what we do. It's not to compare or say our struggle is harder than, better than, or nobody else's. That's not what we're doing.
This is facts.
But bro, I think I'm just tired of, like, Black men don't have, it kind of ties in a little bit to like that environment piece, but it's like, where can you go and be yourself and not get judged? I get your friendships, but I'm saying, like, let's take friendships, family, your girlfriends, all that shit off the table, right?
Okay.
Social media, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you are to look at the Russell Wilsons of the world, you're gonna get called corny.
Right.
Even though people be defending Future, like look at the futures of the world. If you got 6, 7 baby mamas, you're gonna be called.
You deem the man.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're gonna be called something. You're not gonna be
right.
He's doing it. If you are let's say the master plumber, if you flashing money and making it look flashy, you're this. If you really showing you shoveling shit, which they got to do sometimes, you ain't you that's not where it's at though. You feel me? Jay, you feel me though?
That's a fact.
But that essentially that's what you're doing to get the money of the stuff you posted in the other joint though. You feel me?
Right. This is facts.
Where do you feel like black men can be like I feel like we're the only dudes, we're the only people that's like put on social media and it's like protect all black women for black dudes, right? Mm-hmm. If a black dude was to say protect all black men, and let me say this, there are a lot of women that do a job of protecting black men. There are a lot of women that protect black men, i.e. our mothers, our women, like there are. But the point I'm making is if a black dude felt unprotected, he would catch hell in saying that.
You mean like Tyrese was crying on live?
Yeah.
Or you mean like see what I'm saying?
No, but I have an issue with going live. Come on, bro. I got an issue with going live.
No, he went live for something else, but that what more did you want from me? It triggered something for him.
That's
why he started crying.
Factually.
He went live to try to express again something that everybody does, right? Everybody goes live, right? Everybody has a live button on their phone. But it's the black men when you decide to go live. It's like, okay, now we got to really hone in and see what's going on here. Nobody's really checking in on this man's mental state. Nobody's checking in and knowing how long he really been feeling like this. And the grand scheme of things, we're up there laughing, but this man really was talking about he ain't see his kids enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was doing above and beyond. So, like you said, what platform can it have? I don't think for black men there is a platform for that. Yes, there are people out here protecting us for sure. Yet, but the minute that you say something like pro men, like, oh, protect men mental health or something, it's like, oh my God, he's a misogynist. It's like, what?
I think that's cool. I think people should go to therapy and all that woody woo, but we're gonna keep it a band. I don't think that's as accepted as people present it to be. Like I don't think
men's mental health?
Not men's mental health. Bro, I just don't think no woman want to deal with a dude that's super intact with his emotions. I'm not saying a dude that's able to say like, I feel this way, I feel that way. I'm not talking about that. I don't think no woman wants a dude who you can express it, but don't be too expressive. I just think
absolutely.
Like, you can say stuff, but don't do too much. You can cry, but don't be crying at the drop of every. Like, what if everything is a trigger, bro? Like, what if you had a rough week, bro, and let's say you break down in your car on the way home, like a lot of stuff happening, right? You get out the car, whoever says like, yeah, damn, you all right? I see your eyes look puffy. They know what it is. Okay, bet. You come home Tuesday, you get super emotional about your kids. You hug them and cry just out of love, right? Come home Wednesday.
You emotional motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Like you.
Day 3 is like tighten up. What are you doing?
Because everybody else gets to deem what's too much. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody gets to say for black men what's appropriate for your emotional behavior, your how much you express, what's appropriate for how long you can process, what's appropriate for how much trauma you should be able to hold on to, what's appropriate for how much money you should make.
Because we're all shooting from the hip. We're all coming, not all of us. When I say all y'all, let me be clear. A lot of us are coming from single parent households, whether that's all dads or all moms, either one, right? So that extra dynamic of the opposite sex or the same sex in some of these situations, it's not being brought up enough because you don't know how to express it. So if a woman grows up in a household without a father, right? She's getting one side from her mother, which is fine. That's the only side she has, right? So she doesn't know, her mom's not teaching her how to be like vulnerable with a man when he's feeling this type of way because she don't know.
For sure.
A mom that's raising a son is like that. She's teaching you that vulnerable side, right? But your dad will be there to teach you how to control those emotions. And hey, son, it is okay to feel like this, but you don't have to react off everything you feel. Giving you that, so you be like, okay, you know what? Okay, I do feel this, but I don't need to express this. So when you don't have that dynamic, it's different, bro.
Hey, Jay, tap into that, what we were speaking on earlier about feelings and reactions, about how you was talking about I think that was a really dope message. Like, if just because you feel something, explain how you were saying, just because you feel something doesn't mean you have to act or do that thing. You remember?
Yeah, like I think I said it earlier. Like, just because you feel something, like you could feel like let's say you miss somebody, like, man, I really miss that person. You have to be able to decipher between what a feeling is and actual reacting on that feeling. Like, so you can miss somebody, that's okay. But if you react on it every time, you're not in control of your emotions because you're letting your feelings dictate what you're going to do. And you'll constantly keep putting yourself in cyclic situations. And this is somebody from experience. You'll keep constantly putting yourself in these environments because you're going off your feelings instead of understanding that sometimes you have to do facts over feelings. It's okay to feel that, though. And you know all the conversations that me and you have had before. Sometimes in life, those facts over feelings be real because I used to think in my mind, because I didn't really have a lot of good guidance, a lot of role models as like men in my life. I used to think like, I show my feelings like this is not going to be good, right? So then I started overly showing my feelings because I'm like, well, maybe because I was raised by my mom, she would express myself. You start showing too many feelings. Then it's like, okay, you're at a dynamic to where you don't know what to do. Now you're reacting out of your feelings. You're sporadic. You're becoming a reactionary person. So I say all that to say.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say, if you learn how to control that and understand that it's facts over feelings, you told me it's okay to feel something. I used to tell myself it ain't. You remember that? I used to be like, dang, I shouldn't be feeling this. You like, no, yes, you should.
Like, yeah. Hell yeah.
That's normal.
But I think the dope thing of what you said earlier and just now is like being able to decipher, like, yeah, I'm feeling this way, but this don't mean I need to go do this. Or I'm feeling this way, but because you want to know what, bro, I'm gonna say what's crazy, bro. And I'm gonna jump back into what we were saying about this. Hopefully I remember. Because if you take at work, right? I feel like at work, and we speaking on black men tonight, y'all, because we giving our perspective. At work, I feel like black men process and think so clearly because of the constraints that work presents. If you think of a time you've gotten pissed off at work and you take that same level of pissivity and do it at home, the reaction at home is like light years behind the reaction at work. You know what I'm saying? Like if you do something at work that pissed you off, you get inflamed. But the first thing, like, let me think. Hold on, how can I boom, boom, boom? But something happens from the car ride back, because I've been guilty. You ever heard the quote is like, we give our best selves at work and then come home and give your family the leftovers type vibe?
Yep. And I believe that too.
Bro, because at work, I spend all day deciphering through other people, young people's feelings, other adults' feelings, figuring out how we gonna move here. And it comes like this. But we are not allowed. So we're capable, but the spaces in which we can do that is limited to that. It's not limited, but it's hard to do that shit all day. If you do it at work, it's hard to come home and be and not saying you should be angry at home like you are at work, but bro, because the thing is, Jay, in reality, if you got a very taxing job, whether it's physical or mental or emotional, a lot of us, for some dumb reason, have been taught dudes can't have transition time. Like, a lot of dudes don't come home, decompress in their home, and then transition into father, husband, or whatever. A lot of us do what? Park the car and
go straight there.
Yep. Well, you could.
I used to go straight in, and then I realized that was a bad idea. I should have probably stayed in that car and been like, because now I'm taking all that animosity from work. Because you got to think about it too, just from my perspective.
Yeah, it's
difficult because, like you said, when you're at work, and it is that quote you said is true, because you don't give your best self to your spouse.
No,
we get them the leftovers.
I'm gonna tell
or your kids. I'm gonna tell you why you telling the truth. Because when you're at work, you're constantly thinking about all that stuff that's pissing you off during the day. You have to constantly think, but I need this job because I got to provide for my family.
Yep.
So I have to put up with it. I have to constantly, let me think of a way to get around this. When you get home, you're not thinking of make sure that my family's straight and make sure, like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do this because I gotta make sure my relationship is good. You're not thinking that. You're thinking, hey, I've been fucking taking licks all day. Now this was the final lick. Now it's like everybody catching. And it's not fair to them. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair to them because the person that really was supposed to get that was the person that said something to you at work.
Factual.
So it's just you're trained to do that, and it's unfortunate because a lot of relationships and family dynamics are messed up like that because, like you say, you don't have that decompression time where you just like, let me chill.
I agree, bro. I agree. And so to back now, we're going to backtrack a little bit to what you were saying about the feeling and emotional thing, right? Like, damn, you had said something about don't react. You was like, don't react. Don't, you got to know when it's a feeling. You got to know how to react. You got to know when to react.
Right.
I lost it. What I think I was going to say is like, another thing about that, bro, like, where can you go? I know what I was about to say. This is the crazy part about that. I graduated high school 2009. I know you did too, but I gotta give people context and people listening context, you know, my age and when we came up. So I was in high school from 2005 to 2009, right? Bro, low key, when you were emotional or quote unquote sweet, that was game in high school, bro.
What?
Like when you was able to tap into them words and like, yeah, nah, what's good, shorty? That joint made you like, yo, he talking that talk.
He talking that talkity talk, boy.
But somewhere down the line, that transition to like, bro, like this nigga soft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Why you so emotional?
Because it's funny because, bro, I'm telling you, I would even say early college.
Imagine, hey, look, that's what I'm about to say. Early college life, see, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Earth 90, right?
You good, bro?
Earth 90, early college life, you can send a girl a good morning, beautiful text.
Earth 2.
And Earth 2, that joint will blow their mind.
Yep.
Send one now.
Hey, I'm clipping that. Hey, why you say send one now, Jay?
Your ass gonna be in every group chat. Look at this dude.
Yep.
Look at his ass.
Yep. And you know what's funny?
Look at him.
Unless you've gotten past the judgment phase of dating, and she know that's how you are. Like if you were to do that after a great date, you getting in a group chat, right? But if y'all locked in, let's say y'all dated for about 3 or 4 months, and she really feeling you, and she like you. See, this is another thing that women don't realize, bro. I know we're gonna go off on a little tangent right here.
No, we getting into it tonight. Let's get it.
I'm gonna tell you another thing that women don't realize though. When you do that, you actually showing your hand. Because women don't tell you when they send that in group chats, they friends be peeping what they be telling them, and some of them be liking what they be seeing. So like,
girl, you gotta keep her, girl. Oh, this is a good one here. They ain't gonna tell you that they were saying that.
But no, they're not going to tell who's sending it to them that they like that.
Oh, okay. I heard that.
So when you send,
I get what you're saying. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying.
When you sending that stuff, I get everything. But I'm telling you right now, when you sending it, some girls say it's a group chat of 7. Let's say 5. 7 is too high. 5, right? Bro, 9 times out of 10, they're advertising the top. Because this is the thing. Let's not go as shallow as a Hello Beautiful, right?
I ain't gonna go shallow. Let me throw one out there. I ain't even gonna go shallow, right? I'm gonna just say like it's weird now because, like I said, the dynamic has changed as far as communication. Let's say y'all both went out, right? Y'all both grown, had a great day, right? Let's say you say, all right, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you text when you get home if you made it safe, right? Cool. Fast forward, she said, hey, made it home safe, right? If a man immediately says, hey, had a great time, would love to do this again, right? That is so frowned upon. It's like she's supposed to say that to you. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
dang, he thirsty. He trying to, and I'm like, whatever happened to just normal communication? Like the man really just wanted to say he had a good time.
So I'm gonna like disagree like 30%, not wholeheartedly because that does happen a lot. I think
you disagreeing as in some women don't do that.
As in every woman would consider that thirsty. I don't think every woman will. I think the ones that's not locked in with themselves and know what they want will say that because social media tell them that's thirsty.
Oh, agree. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that. I'm not saying every woman.
Oh, yeah. So to me, but let's go back to the black male thing. Black male perspective. Bro, most of the time, if you are not flashy, let's say your social media is very reserved. Like it's not like both of ours really. Like it's not too what it's really like. I can say what it's really like. It's just not too flashy.
Right.
Now you don't put yourself in the realm of having to prove who you are because they can't tell who you are by seeing your social media. You know what I'm saying? So like now we like, damn, I gotta see I gotta put 20 on 10 just because you can't go to my page and try to figure out everything about me now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
people are giving out their IGs faster than their phone numbers.
Bro, that's crazy to me, bro.
Can you imagine that?
That's
hey,
crazy.
Dang, you know what I'm saying? Well, let me get your number. You can get my IG though.
That's crazy to me, bro. Like,
boy.
So to go back that college, hey, I'm about to. But you want to know what though? You want to know what's crazy? What? I was telling. I don't remember who it was. I was telling people. I was telling somebody. I can't remember who. That's why the air, specifically Greensboro. I would say this against anybody.
Talk about. I already know what you about to talk about.
Like I'm gonna have to go 07 because my brother was there and I was coming up there to maybe about 2012. Greensboro. Nightlife was stupid.
Oh my God.
It was dumb. But you want to know why I realized why it was dumb, Jay? Why it went that dumb? I realized this last week.
Wow. What was it? What was it, Bo?
When I got the A&T at 09, right?
You had the Fabo glasses.
Chill. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. So I would say this. When I got there in 09, right? Think about it. I remember Lotus had college night Wednesday and Thursday.
What?
Friday was, you know what I'm saying? Saturday was like old head night. Bro, this is before they used to post online, like, come here. People really used to go there on
flyers.
Flyers. Hey, bro, we went last week. It was lit. People really met people in the clubs. We didn't meet people through at me in your story. We met people by going there. So then it's kind of like it doesn't take away the first impression. Like if I say like now, bro, we promote events now. What do we got to do? Kill IG, kill Facebook, kill all that stuff, right?
We got to kill all that, yeah.
But now, so somebody see it on IG, they go to your page. Let me see what this is about. Oh no, he might be whack. He got 800 followers. He can't be that lit. Oh, let me see all that, right? Back then, when you pulled up to the club and you saw somebody you thought it was attractive, that conversation was literally your first impression. There was no prejudging. It was like you either had and Jay, don't let
if you had it back then, you had it then because they'll let you know.
Bro, man, come on, bro. Man. Come on. So it goes back to the point, like, bro, back then, the reason why it was so lit because it really social media happened between 9 and 3 o'clock in the morning. It didn't happen every day, bro. It was happening when we was in there. Jay, think about this, bro. I can't even remember pulling my phone out in 09 all the way through about 2011. And when I was ever in the club, not on no sneaking, it's like I didn't get IG until 2012, I want to say.
We wasn't in there doing none of that, bro.
Come on, man. That's why it was
lit. Hey, we was in there sweating. They were there dancing, boy. I'm talking about white tees drenched.
Come on, bro.
Boy.
Come on, bro. But it goes back to like we not in that time no more. Everybody judge. I hate this. Hey, what's your opinion? That's your boy. What's your opinion on the Russell Wilson thing?
About how they feel about him?
Like being called corny, or people saying like
I think that's whack to me. Yeah, I think that's whack to me because like I think the women wouldn't go after him if he was famous. I think that's always the caliber
Russell, but like being called corny for being basically not hood. What do you think about that?
I think that's the new wave. Like I think that the way it's being presented with the social media thing and like it has to be some level of hood in you for it to be considered like, oh, this is dangerous. Like because he seems boring. They thinking like, well, what could we do? And we're thinking like, okay, like he could like show you. We'd take the money away from it. I'm talking about him being a genuine individual, right? You would think, and this is where we get mixed up at because we always thinking that somebody should think this. You would think that she would want a woman, would want somebody that's going to, make sure they're okay, take care of them, you know what I'm saying, when they can, try to be there emotionally for them, try to make sure that, he puts them up to make sure she feels important in his life, all that stuff, right? Reality is when that happens, somewhere down the line, it's like, okay, I lost the fight here. Because it's like, I know I got a good man now, like the fight's over with. Before it got started. It's like, it's not a challenge for her anymore. You get what I'm saying? It becomes boring because it's like, I know he loves me. So now what? In the other situation with Future, it's so much uncertainty that people are starting to love confusion and uncertainty.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, does he love me? Oh man, I don't know. Like, am I one of his favorites? Or it gives them something to fight for, which is a weird dynamic.
For sure.
Like, for black men, it's like Russell Wilson is, because he's mixed, right? He's black too, but you know what I'm saying? But but what I'm saying is for black men, it's like when you come off as that strong black, you have to be a very, very successful, strong black man to get, or high value what they claim that they are. Or you have to be like a real hood street dude to where like that's what you're catering to. But if you're just a genuinely good, nice guy, oh yeah, it's over for you. As a black man, oh yeah, it's over for you.
And I hate the fact that like that's the only two realms. You either gotta be super hood or you gotta be super. I don't want to say corny because I don't think he's corny. This is the thing.
What makes him corny though? Because this man wants to entertain and be with his family.
This is the thing. No, this is the thing. So I'm gonna say this. I don't think corny is the right word. I do, however, feel like square is the right word. However, I think
why you feel like he's square?
But I feel like a lot of dudes are. I just don't think that I see because Sierra, he's only been called a square because of his he's only been called a square because of who he's with. Then nobody call him a square when he was with that white lady.
When he was with the white girl, that's what
nobody call him a
white lady. He wasn't a square then.
And so when I say square is Jay, I'm not gonna say I don't think being a square is corny. Let me say this. I think so. I
think I know where you're going with this. I'm listening. I think I know where you're going with this.
So my thing is like this. I think for you to be good in anything, you low key gotta have a little squareness. Like I think it's the fact that he's a millionaire, the fact that he don't care, he don't give people energy when they talk about him. But if you went to how he dresses, what he cares about, he's squarish. But I can say, bro, I have some days where I look squarish, like. But in reality, we don't really know him for real. We don't know what he like at home. We don't. But
we gotta ask ourselves this question too, Sneak. What is the definition of squareness though? Because that's his style, right?
Yeah,
that's his style. So I think we label everything so much that it's squares because the man want to wear these type of shoes and these pair of jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make him squarish.
To me, squarish is more like you can be socially awkward type vibe, not more so what you wear. Like, you know what I mean?
All right. Now I can agree with you on that.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah, but to me, they be talking about like the clothes and the look. I'm like, to me, y'all really be sounding insecure because to me, it looks like he's securing his identity. When you securing your identity, that's just like the basketball player, not to get off topic, but the basketball player that went to the game and they was clowning him for his outfit. He had the afro, but he had like a white V-neck on with the Vans. That was who?
Jared Allen, another black man. Go ahead.
Right. Okay. And what happened? He got fried for that, right?
Yeah.
What did he come back and say? Let me guess. It's because I didn't have my hair braided. I didn't have gold chains dripping off my neck. And he said I was comfortable and I wore what I wanted to wear. Who defines that? This is what we down to. If he would have came in there dripped up, all this, they would have been like, yeah, he's like, who defines that? Who makes that line?
So I'm gonna say this. Not gonna lie. Jared Allen, not because of that, but Jared Allen strikes me as low-key squarish. But again, I'm going to say this. Anybody that found something that I'm going to use you. I can use me. When I'm reading a certain article, I get really locked in. When you listen to old school music and you start breaking down the samples, the instruments, all that, when you start breaking that down, Jay, that's squarish, bro. But anybody that's somewhat decent at something has that in it. You get what I'm saying? Like Jared Allen, bro, that is living proof that you can't win. You can't even be a millionaire.
Factual. He's a millionaire, bro.
Like, he's a millionaire if you don't look apart. I think that's the craziest thing in the world, bro. Like literally.
But only for black men, though. Because the same way that you go to those games and you see those white men are in white V-necks, the Jesus sandals on or the thong slippers with the cargo shorts.
Factual, bro. I absolutely
8.5 billion in their account, though, right? Nobody. What picture have you seen where somebody had an outfit on like that? One of the craziest pictures. Did you see? You remember when Amigos took that picture with Ellen?
Yeah.
They were holding all that money, and then she had her bank card just sitting right there.
Yeah.
You don't think that spoke volumes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why? This is what we doing.
but I'm gonna tell you what burns me up. If she would have grabbed a stack of money, we would have said she can come to the cookout.
She could come to the cookout.
She wins either way. If and this goes back to like I remember that whole post that was going around of like, you know, they would show like Warren Buffett and they would show like literally one of the Migos, not because you said it. They would show them and they'd be like, oh, they'll like dissect what he's wearing. $80,000 chain, $2,000 shirt. And then on the other side with the Warren Buffett joint, they would just have like $50 jeans, $20 shirt. Like the goal is to be rich, not look rich. But that goes back to my issue. If we can, so now I look rich, I am rich, I'm looking it, and it's still an issue. If I am rich and I don't look it, it's an issue.
Then it's an issue, right?
If I'm broke but I look rich, it's an issue. If I'm broke, and for instance, I've never realized, I used to always get mad when people used to say like blue collar, white collar workers and all that, right?
You used to always get tight at that.
You know what I'm saying? But, I'm like, but you know what I realized, bro? That because it automatically puts you in a lane. Like you never hear people really talk about going from blue collar to white collar. You just never hear it. It's like once you're a blue collar worker, that's the realm you're gonna stay in. You can never cross over to white collar. So I ain't never really liked the restrictions that kind of came with it, right? But this is the thing, bro. The older I get, I realize there's a lot of quote unquote blue collar workers that's getting it. I mean, getting it. You sacrifice more of your physical, your physical wellness sometimes, but
for sure.
Yeah, bro. But I've seen people be in that industry and have the happiest life outside of that. And I'm saying this to say, if you take that person and say every Friday night they like to go to the pool hall, because their mentality is not loud, because their appearance is not loud, we don't consider that person, especially if they Black, a successful dude because he's living his life the way he want to live it. It ain't got nothing to do with money. It ain't got nothing to do with social media presence. Ain't got nothing to do with this. But we got to realize when you start living your life the way you want to is when it matters the most. Like Russell Wilson, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm going to say they both made a come up. Based off his ex-wife and her ex-boyfriend.
They both made a come up for sure.
But we don't ever talk about Russell Wilson having a type before her.
Right.
Going to her. Like, we don't ever talk about the fact that, like, his first wife was white and he was like, nah, I'm going this way with it now. We don't ever talk about that.
No. Why would we? It's nothing spectacular about it. They talk about Future, though, having 8 baby mamas. Well, I don't know how many he got for real, but
it's up there though. It's up there though.
But that's celebrated though. We keep it in player. That's pushing P.
Oh God,
I'm being real though. But we're clowning a man that's content with who he is as a human being, right? Because if you want to be honest, like we always say, money only makes you. It only, makes you bigger, whatever you are. Amplify. Thank you. I couldn't think of it. It only amplifies who you really are, right? So is he gonna make you a bigger asshole, a bigger whatever? So if you really think about it, Russell's really winning because he was always been this way.
For sure.
Now it's amplifying it to a factor where, what bothers me the most about I almost cut. What bothers me the most about the situation in general is that people are really bothered.
I don't get that either, bro. Like,
are y'all bothered?
Like, bro. It's like I'm gonna be real. If you say it in the context of like explaining, this is my thing. Everybody be like, oh, preference type, but can't your type change?
Yes.
Like that's what I don't understand. Like, why can't she have liked Future when she was in a Future?
That was her realm. Yeah, it was. Oh no. It go back to nope. I'm glad you said that. It go back to what me and you talked about earlier. Environment.
It do, bro. It do.
She would have never met Russell Wilson at the trap house.
No, never.
He gonna walk in there. Yeah, I'm looking for Sierra. Y'all seen her? Like, get your square boy. If you,
it would happen that way. But I think another thing to the point you're making is, hold on, let's transition real quick though. Now that you said that about the environment thing, what's your thoughts on how you're able to present yourself as a Black man in friendships. Like, do you feel like, for your personal experience, that you always get to wholeheartedly be yourself all the time with your inside of friendships, new people, friends you've been with a long time, family friendships, all that stuff?
Give me an example. Yeah, give me an example of what you mean.
Like, do you feel like you can, every time you feeling something, say if you had, you know how, if I hit you like, bro, I need to vent, and I know it's like I'm about to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like anytime you have a friend, let's say whoever you consider, you know, in your close circle, in the realm outside that close circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have the opportunity to be Jay all the time as a Black man around all those people the same way all the time?
No.
Or, okay, so that's what I want you to tap into. Like, why do you feel that way? Why do you think in certain rooms or with certain people you got to be this way? In certain rooms with certain people you got to be that way, so on and so forth.
I think you have to be that way because
did I explain that correctly?
You did. That's why after you explained, I'm like, okay, I got it. So after what I'm hearing you say is you can't do that because you can't give every single person all of you. You have to give them what's needed for that friendship or relationship. And when I say that as a Black man, like I could be vulnerable with you, right? Like we can have a great conversation. You could tell me how you feel. We can vent to each other. But if that's all we're doing and we don't have any context or anything outside of that, that's going to become draining. Every time I call you or every time you call me, it's constantly like, bro, I need to vent to you. I need to vent. Eventually you're going to say, yo, what's going on? Like,
but my question would be, why can't you only call me to vent to? Not literally, but I'm saying in the context.
Well, like, why am I the only person for you to? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like why do it seems like to me, like I give you an example, right? Mm-hmm. My circle is my circle. I can call y'all and talk about anything, right?
Facts.
I can't call people that I consider my friend and show that same vulnerability. I can't call somebody that every time I see you, it's like, oh, what up, bro? I see you killing it. Yeah, bro, you getting that money, I already know I can't talk to you about real stuff. When you approach me like something you think I am that you don't spend the time to get to know, and we're cool, don't get me wrong. We are cool. I know I can't be completely vulnerable with this person because they wouldn't even allow me the space to make mistakes. So I know I can't talk to you.
Oh, let me ask you a question.
All right, what's up?
So why do you think as Black men we deal with so many trust issues?
I think that shit. So to me, I think I think we carry, again, this is no knock on a struggle. Not saying one struggle is more than the other with Black women, none of that. I think I would have to say we carry close to like the most trauma in our childhoods. So that creates, when you learn what gave you that trauma, that creates a certain one wall, right? Then you get told, nigga, don't be emotional. That creates a second wall behind that. So I think it's really the trust issues come into play because what environment can you be yourself where you ain't got to worry about no judgment, no nothing. 9 times out of 10 is with your bros and your wife. You know what I'm saying? But even with your wife though, like
it's a certain level that you can be with your wife because that goes back to like, okay, because she's expecting to be out. Yeah, because she's expecting to be that for you. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Like we get that, but at the same time, you don't want to burn anybody out. So you got to think about too, like that's why it's so imperative when you even learning people, like, and I know we talk about the Black man too, you know, and a lot of people are traumatized. The Black man and the Black woman are very traumatized. But when you're bringing both of those backgrounds in together, and we're both, like you said, have all these walls built up, it's like with the Black man, it's just like anything else in life. You got one time to mess up. That ass is grass. If you mess up illegal, like if you do something, you go to jail, that's it. They frying you. They throwing the whatever at you, right? We know that, right? If you're in a relationship, you with your woman, you know what I'm saying? You're doing all that stuff. And let's say your woman is different because she'll give you more chances. But once you burn that bridge with that, it's over with. For sure. Because nobody's really understanding the real dynamic behind both of y'all needs. So it's like you got to hurt people trying to hurt other people. I can't help you, or I'm trying to help you, but my brain frying because I don't have the tools that you need. Now you get frustrated that I can't help you. So it's all type of stuff, man.
And another thing to the trust issue thing, we've been taught that if you haven't been down with this person your whole life, they can't really be locked in with you. Like if you didn't meet this person when you were in middle school or high school, like it's no way y'all can become close. We also have that in the back of our head. Like when you meet somebody new, there's no way this person can be as cool with me as I am with this person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
because that's how we was raised, based it off age. Everything that happened to age. Marriage happened with age back in the day. Yeah. Friendships, if you meet all your parents' friends, right? Yeah, this is my uncle, Stewie or whoever it is. Yeah, him and his partner been down for 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we know.
See, but this is the thing though. I don't disagree with having those friendships, but I think when you say, why do you think we have so many trust issues? We've been taught that, bro, like we've been taught that if I meet somebody right now, another dude, real cool, solid guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been taught that this person can't be as cool as I can't be as cool with this person as I am with all my other friends that I've been friends with my whole life. It can't be that cool. It can't be that fluent. It can't be this, because what does people say? Now we're eliminating, manipulative, toxic people, right? So my upbringing tells me, watch him. Wait to see how he gonna mess up versus like, damn. Like,
and then also too, what we say, oh yeah, I gotta chill because we ain't never been through nothing together.
Yes.
Why does it always have to be so negative to where we gotta go through something?
Hey, Jay, what we say, bro? Hey, what we say?
Oh no, we ain't never been through nothing together. I can't lock in with my man like that. I don't know.
That guy. See, but the thing is, that guy like this.
I'm just that's the line. Oh no, I can't trust old buddy. What you mean? We ain't never been through nothing together.
Yeah,
I don't know what he on.
But this is the thing, though. I think if you're around somebody enough and you see the way they move in other environments, you wouldn't have to go through something with somebody. And see, this is what I don't like about
maturity.
What you just.
That's maturity, Sneak.
But what you said is true. I'm not saying like about what you just said, but that stigma, right? Like, because it's almost like you look for things for y'all to get into. You start looking to see if it's something that happened, to see if this person handled this right, and it really don't be nothing. Like, what? Like, no.
I put you through that test and saw you handled it wrong. What?
Like who's bro?
I thought you asked me, did I have $1? And I said, no, I got my card.
Like, you know
what I'm saying? Like,
bro, Jay, what? Bro, you're not solid no more, bro. You ain't had $1 on you. You ain't give me that $1. Bro. Hey, don't let you find $1 later. Like, oh damn, bro, I did have $1. Oh, this nigga a liar.
He fake. Oh, he fake.
Yeah, like, man, bro, I'm telling. But again, we've been trained that way, bro. We've been, and I've realized the older I've gotten. This one sounds so bad. This is like,
I know what I'm gonna say.
This like half trauma response, half truth. Like,
bro,
I don't need that many friends. I don't use friends lightly though. I got people I associate with. I got people I talk to. You know what I'm saying? But like friends, where I got, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no number, but like, I don't need friends are damn near as important as spouses. I don't think people understand that. I'm not saying your friend should be your spouse or should be I'm not saying your friends should be on the same level, but what I'm saying is in life, good friends will take you just as far as, or even further. If you got a good marriage or good spouse, you need good friends too. You just need good people around you, period. Like, I hate this notion that like everybody thinks they can do it on their own. They can make it where no, bro. You need solid people around you, bro.
You do, man. But that's heavy in the Black community, especially with Black men, though, because we trained those two things. Number one, we don't need anybody.
Yep.
Get it out the mud by yourself. You don't need help from anybody because you're less of a man when you ask for help, right?
Yep.
And the second thing is the fact of like not even asking for the help, but you get to a point like as a Black man to where you just sitting here, you're trained to see flaws in everything. You're not even trained to see positivity. Yep. You, like you said, you meet somebody for the first time, right? You know how many people that I know from high school, and the first thing, like, let's say I might have got cool with somebody, right? But the first thing you ever notice, the first encounter, 9 times out of 10 is negative when it comes to Black men. Like, oh yeah, I ain't like it. Damn, first time I met you, I didn't even like you, bro. I thought you was this.
That's
It
crazy.
turned out you cool.
Yeah.
You end up fighting with the dude, and it's like, dang, turn out we cool. It's like, why is it always gotta be a negative
Yeah.
reaction?
Because we think it goes back to another conversation we had. We think growth only comes through struggle. We think growth only comes through struggling with something. Growth can't come, like it can't come, be smooth, be fluent, be that, and then it work. It has to come through struggle. It has to. It has to. And think about it, bro. And I'll say this, I'm not gonna be all like naive about it. There is a lot of BS that goes on from our own. There is, bro, straight up.
This is
You know
facts.
what I'm saying?
This is facts.
So like, so some of it is the way we were taught. Some of it was bad experiences. But what you got to realize when you get older, you're shortening your quality of, you're lowering your quality of life when you start making other people pay for other people's BS. Like if somebody did something to me and I make you pay for it, Jay, I'm shortening the quality of our friendship. That don't make sense. Right. I'm not saying that I shouldn't pick up game and realize what happened and understand it and know how to handle it. But I am saying there has to be a line where we understand that what this person did has nothing to do with you. You Absolutely. Get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But you can't do that when you're not constantly working on yourself. And when every time you get out of a friendship, a relationship, it's next person. So that's another wall built up. Another wall. You're never breaking down those barriers. And the hardest thing to do is actually face yourself in the mirror and just say, you know what? I do have all these issues. I do need to seek help, seek counseling, and start breaking some of these barriers because we pass our kids, we only pass down what we see and what we know. So if our parents gave us all that they knew at that time frame, right? If you never challenge yourself to get better or to see what that other, side of what they didn't give us is, then you're going to pass down exactly what they gave you.
Yep.
You're going to keep passing down the same thing. So you can't break that cycle or even, try to give them better if you don't know. Because our parents they did the best they could, bro. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
But that my parents did the best they could has nothing to do with me raising my kids. Because my parents did the best they could for me.
Yeah.
Now I got to take the best they could for me and take it to the next level and say, what is the best that I can do for my kids?
Factual.
People are not doing that.
They're not. And another thing about what you just said, bro, that I'm realizing as my son grows, sometimes the best we can, our generation, means knowing when we can't. Like knowing when our level of expertise is being reached and this needs to go somewhere else to make sure they get it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we think the best we can means like, we got to do it. We got to figure out. But sometimes you got to realize like, nah, I can't. The best I can do is get him somebody that knows how to do it. You get what I'm saying? Because we don't think like that, bro. And it goes back to like even the single parent household, or two parent household. I've seen enough of both. I've seen single parent households that work, single parent households that didn't work, two parent households that work, two parent households that didn't work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a lot of things the older generation taught us was you are supposed to I use my grandparents. I didn't realize the trials and tribulations they went through as a married couple that had nothing to do with the kids. Because a lot of times we isolate the marriage because we're only dealing with the kids. So we're never progressing the marriage. You get what I'm saying? That's what they taught us though. Like once you have kids, the marriage doesn't matter. Only the kids matter. And that shit is not true.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
False as hell.
Yes, bro. No, that'll have you miserable somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Have your partners resenting you, have y'all miserable. Because at the end of the day, you can't like just put all your eggs in that basket. Because what'll happen is you might turn out, and because you're doing that, you might turn out to be the best father, right? Or the best mother. But your relationship suffers so much on the back end because it's like you had no more effort to put into it.
For sure.
You gotta have that balance, man.
So before we close out, you know what? We ain't even go there, bro. I think we get right there. Millennials versus the world. It's your boy K. Mims.